Hello and welcome to Macworld, where today we're going to be talking about the iPhone 7 and its latest rumours. So, first things first, I've heard about Li-Fi, which is the in thing at the moment.
Exciting times.
Yeah, so basically it's kind of like Wi-Fi but with lights. So instead of just having Wi-Fi signal, if you're directly under a light that's Li-Fi supported, you'll have internet access. But it's not just standard Wi-Fi or 4G. It's supposed to be around 100 times faster than Wi-Fi, so yeah, it's pretty decent. So yeah, the rumours are that that's going to be included in the iPhone 7. Whether it actually will or not, I'm still a bit sceptical about, because there isn't really any Li-Fi based products on the market at the moment, and rumours suggest at the moment they're going to start appearing around Q3 2016. So it could pop up in the iPhone 7, but I very much doubt it. It'll probably be more of a 7S or possibly an 8.
For sure, but what about, the potential of it is massive, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Especially
definitely, yeah.
In terms of like all the Apple products that could come with it, that's...
Yeah, no, and in terms of just, Li-Fi in general, the security of Li-Fi is pretty good, because unlike Wi-Fi, you have to be directly in the light to, access the internet. So security is, for businesses and stuff like that, it's all good. So, it makes sense, and Apple is always forward thinking with this kind of technology. So yeah, it's an option that they're probably looking at, but I doubt it'll be there to start with.
Yeah, we'll see, hopefully.
We'll see, won't we?
It'll be nice to see some sort of, should I say, innovational push towards it for Apple, so that'll be quite nice.
Cool.
And speaking about rumours, we've got the removal of the 3.5mm headphone jack.
Oh, this is an awkward one.
Oh, it's an awkward one. It's a big one. So even in the office, we had a lot of chats around, removing the 3.5mm jack. What would that cause? We even had some of the guys from sales telling us, what's going to happen to my headphones? Do you guys think it's actually true or not? Well, there's a lot of rumours going around it. There's certain, certain builds that we've seen online, some sketches online as well, and we'll get into the display as well, which kind of goes and ties into the 3.5mm jack as well. But the removal of the 3.5mm jack, personally for me, I can't see it as something that's feasible, but I see Apple potentially wanting to push the boundaries when it comes to audio. So they might go via the lightning port, and I know you suggested this as well. There's certain products already that are using that. You said there's a Philips headphone.
Philips headphones kind of directly plug it into the lightning port, and it's got a DAC in the headphones itself, so high quality audio.
Exactly. So it could we never know. They're all rumours, obviously, so we're not sure. With all of these, you have to take with a pinch of salt. But all we can do is sort of guess and see in terms of how the industry will take it. Obviously, with every sort of headphone that's made, currently uses a 3.5mm jack. If you're kind of old school, or you might be using a 6.3mm jack on a massive headphone, but even then you'd need a certain adapter.
Yeah.
And we talked about this in the office, and we said, well, actually, bringing an adapter with a lightning port, that would make sense for Apple, and it would allow the feasibility of people who are still using
the old 3.5mm.
3.5.
Apple loves a good adapter. It's like with the USB-C with the new MacBook. Like, you put a USB-C in, but then you can buy our adapter and use all the old things that you could use before. As well as, you've got the wired headphones, but you've also got Bluetooth headphones that are quite popular at the moment. I use Bluetooth headphones. I quite like my Bluetooth headphones, and having a wire just irritates me. So, I'm not really too fussed about this whole 3.5mm jack thing. I'm just taking a step backwards and enjoying the ride.
Well, yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, you said Bluetooth as well. There's also, in terms of connectivity, you've got an NFC you can connect via your Bluetooth.
Oh, definitely.
Bluetooth-enabled headphone. So we'll see what happens. We've seen a lot of backlash in terms of changing of the the norm of a headphone jack. We saw with BlackBerry ages ago with 2.5mm jacks. And since then they've changed to 3.5mm, kind of adopting the standard. But as we know Apple very well, they set the standard most of the times, and then the industry follows. Let's see how far they can go with this one. But yeah, speaking of that, speaking of wireless technology.
Yeah.
Come on, let's
say there is one area they are quite lagging behind, and that is wireless charging. Wireless and quick charging, both kind of, Apple stayed away from them in the past. That is largely due to the fact that the iPhone is made out of aluminum. So wireless charging doesn't work through that kind of metal, and it's just been something that's just never worked until July 2015, when Qualcomm announced that they've actually managed to work it out how to get it to transfer through the aluminum. So it was obviously too late for the success, because 2 months
Yeah.
to get that implemented. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, I reckon by the time the iPhone 7 comes out, hopefully in September, we'll probably have some kind of wireless charging involved. You know, it's already on the Apple Watch, so it's not a huge step. And you know, places like IKEA are now building, you know, coffee tables with wireless charging built into them, so you can just pop your phone on the table and let it charge up. So it seems like the way that's the market's going that way, and you know, most of the other flagships have wireless charging. So yeah, it's probably going to happen.
And actually, just tying that back onto the audio side of it, it's a lot of people like myself like charging their phones whilst listening to music. And so obviously, if we're getting rid of the 3.5mm jack, we can't do that anymore.
No.
So then that's where wireless charging would come in pretty handy, and you know, Apple could say you can charge your iPhone, but you can still listen to your music, so you don't have, you know, you don't have to sacrifice.
You have to make the sacrifice, yeah.
So that would, you know, that would make sense, and you know, let's see if those rumours are true or not.
Well, fingers crossed. I do hope for wireless tech.
Yeah.
I'm quite excited about wireless technology, wireless charging anyway.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, yeah, speaking about the removal of the 3.5mm jack, wireless charging, and then we've got the display. Obviously, big rumours around that one. We've heard of Samsung apparently creating some OLED displays for Apple, and people are trying to anticipate what that could be for, and we're saying potentially for the iPhone 7.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
It would be pretty nice.
It would be pretty cool. But it'll be interesting to see how they actually go about it. Well, are they going to make a fully curved display, almost like a VW Beetle type display, or type phone, should I say? Or will they go for something that's a bit like the S6 Edge, like Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge, with just the edges,
kind of curved edge.
Curved edges, and we don't really know. I mean, we've got, you know, we've seen that there's some sort of a patent around the display, currently floating around. So, you know, who really knows?
I mean, the thing is with patents is that you'll see them now and you're like, yeah, that could be great for the iPhone 7, but you know, these things take ages, if at all, to get into the actual phone. So yeah, I mean, we're hoping for a wraparound display.
Absolutely.
It will be beautiful, yeah. I mean, at the very least, I want a higher resolution iPhone 7.
Yes, that's it. That's something I wanted to mention. It's good you reminded me on that one. But yeah, I mean, like the actual PPI, pixel per inch, on a current iPhone 6 and 6S is 326. I'm getting my facts right over here.
Gotta make sure.
Gotta make sure. And it's running at a resolution of 750 times 1334. Now the iPhone 6S Plus and the iPhone 6 Plus run at 1080p, so full HD, and at 401 ppi. What we're anticipating, what we hope for, is a 1080p screen with that sort of PPI found on the 6S Plus or 6 Plus, but on the normal 6, the normal 7 version at the time. That would be great to see. And obviously, you know, other manufacturers, like Samsung, have done it with their Galaxy S6. You know, they've got massive 500 plus PPI on there with 2K, and you know, who knows? We might even see a higher. You know? Who knows?
We'll soon find out. We'll soon find out, won't we?
Who knows?
What was it? 7 months ago?
7 months ago.
we're on the way. I mean, moving on from that, if they do want to kind of extend the display, obviously the home button is there, and you know, we need it for Touch ID, but surprise, surprise, that might also be gone in the iPhone 7. It might extend to an edge-to-edge display, you know, all ends really, because back in, gotta get my facts straight for this part. Back in April 2014, well, first of all, Apple published a patent which pretty much described the fact that you could use the screen itself to scan your fingerprint, and you could just use it without the need for a home screen, a home button or anything like that. And obviously, while that was just an idea, that's all great, but the technology wasn't actually available. Whereas last year, 2015, R&D company Sonovation came up with, well, I'm going to use their description of what it is. It's basically, it's called the ultrasound biometric sensor. And basically what it is, essentially, is Touch ID, but from beneath a Gorilla Glass display. So anywhere on that Gorilla Glass display, put your fingerprint on, scan. So it essentially means that the home button can be turned virtual, just like the keyboard.
Fantastic.
So yeah, you know, it would be gorgeous to have a full front iPhone. That would be very nice. And fingers crossed it'll happen. Maybe not in the 7, you know, I've got my hopes up that it will, but maybe not with the 7, but kind of fingers crossed, guys. Come on, we can do this.
Yeah, for sure. That'll be good. That'll be really nice.
Yeah, no, I really like that. So yeah, that's about it for us for today. Covered all the most important iPhone 7 rumours at the moment. For all the latest Apple news and rumours, make sure you check out macworld.co.uk.
Thanks for watching.